Hello, hello. Welcome to my third sketchbook tour video. This is actually my fifth sketchbook that I've completed. I think I started drawing, I think it was around March of 2022. So since then I have finished 5, which is crazy. I can't even believe it, but I'm super proud of myself, and yeah, I'm really happy to be able to share with you guys today my new sketchbook. So let's dive right on in. This is the first page. I wrote, "This is our place, we make the rules," because that is going to be the theme of this entire sketchbook. I did another slightly different Meet the Page artist. I still did my likes and my dislikes and what I listened to while I drew this sketchbook. I also put in some of my favorite scents and the movies that I've watched during this time, and a little self-portrait. On this first page, I really kept the theme of using pastel colors. A good friend of mine gifted me an entire set. And I was really obsessed with pastels. So these first couple pages, actually, I just did full pastel themes with, just motivational, inspirational quotes. It's all just good vibes, happy feelings. And you can see actually it goes on to the next page. It probably goes on actually for the first several pages. I think that's what I was trying to go for. I kind of go back to my usual color scheme in a little bit. But yeah, this page, I wanted to try drawing something different. And I've never ever tried drawing a disco ball before, so here it is. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with it. It looks better from, a distance. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite pages. I really like the little money pouch. I would definitely buy one if I saw one like that. And I actually really like this eye that has like the starburst coming out from it. I think it's super cool. And this quote really meant a lot to me as well. This page is another page where I brought back that terrazzo design. I used a little bit, different color scheme, but yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty good page. I do like this one. This was maybe the first one where I tried to do the color blurs like that, and I really like how that ended up looking. I revisit that probably several times in this sketchbook. I actually really enjoyed drawing that moth, and I think that's something I want to try drawing again. The rest of the page, just keeps up with that pastel theme and more inspirational quotes. This one was a fun one. I do like the sweater that I drew for her, and then the flowers. Yeah, and a really optimistic, happy quote. This is another one that I did. I wanted to keep a theme of dreamy, pastel-y, youthful vibes. I don't really know what the chickens have to add to that. I think I did want to do kind of like a patterned chicken, which, may not have succeeded, but yeah, so here is where I kind of go back to my usual color scheme, which I love. It's my favorite. Yeah, more of my ghost buddies and flowers. This was a little bit different, somewhat. I was going for these like intricate leaf designs, but my color pencils were too blunt, and that didn't really end up happening, but overall, it looks pretty good. I really enjoyed this one though. It really reminds me of the Powerpuff Girls, which I really like. But yeah, overall, a pretty good spread. I actually really like this quote too. I like all the quotes. I choose them for a reason. Yeah, I really like where I took this spread. I do get a lot of color pencils that smudge everywhere, but overall this turned out really well. I love the colors. I love that he's scratching the colors into himself. Just overall really happy with this spread, and it's a really good message because sometimes we can get caught up in what doesn't work out for us. But yeah, all about perspective. Yeah, so my sketchbook wouldn't be complete without some kind of French spread, so here's this one. I actually like how I did the shoes. That's probably my favorite part in this spread, just because of the color schemes. This was a pretty fun one. I was revisiting the pastels and I picked this lime green color that I've never really worked with. I don't think I have, at least, but I really liked it against the purple for that eye. Thought that was pretty fun. This was the spread that I did. This was the first one that I did after I moved into this house. I was super rushed. I didn't have a whole lot of time. We were unpacking. It was super busy, but I had to sit down and draw. So this is what came out. It's kind of messy, but I'll always remember that as the first one that I drew in this house. This one was cool. I was trying to push my limits and draw something a little more creative, so did a lot more stuff with like hair and that frog with the shadows underneath the water. It was pretty fun. And this quote was very accurate for my mentality at this time. I went back to my usual colors for this one, and I just love it. The combination is so good. But yeah, books, pumpkins. It was getting around the time for Halloween, so I was getting into that Halloween spirit. And I always like to draw books with Yunahland written on them. This actually was one of my most popular reels on Instagram. Not quite sure why, but I do like it. It's a bit chaotic. There's a lot of different elements, but maybe it's the quote. I do like this quote too. Maybe that's what did it for everyone. Not too much to say about this one. I was just playing around with space and drawing, you know, two people. Charlie really likes to keep me company, so I had to pause here really quick. Back to my sketchbook. This was just a fun one. I wasn't thinking too much. I was just drawing what I saw, and yeah, I think it ended up pretty decently. Nothing too special. I saw the picture from Little Women and I really liked it, so I tried to draw that here. I think it's a really romantic scene. I've actually never seen the movie, so I should probably do that first before I make any opinions about it, but yeah, I like that spread. I think I drew this one, maybe it was on Halloween. It's very fitting. I really like Halloween. This year we actually had some trick-or-treaters, which was super fun. But yeah, this was just a fun Halloween spread. I think I filmed this one. This might be one of my videos. This ended up pretty good. I didn't do that great of a job at doing buildings, but you know, I tried. I kind of went out of my comfort zone of faces for that one. This one was also pretty fun. That color border that I do with the red, yellow, and blue is my favorite thing to do, so anytime I see that in any of my spreads, it brings a smile to my face. Again, an inspirational quote. Can't forget that. Anyways, I think this is a good point for me to stop blabbing for a little bit. I'll let you guys enjoy this sketchbook. I hope you like how I filmed it. I kind of stuck with my usual style. But yeah, enjoy. Okay, I am coming back just for this spread. Well, actually probably for the remainder of the tour, but yeah, I had to do another Hades tribute. Hades is probably one of my favorite games of all time, so I was super happy to do this, and I really love how it turned out. I did different characters this time, and I'll probably do another one because, you know, I have a lot more characters to draw. But yeah, this is probably my favorite spread of this entire sketchbook. This was a fun one too. I drew a couple different animals actually. I wanted to branch away from just drawing faces because I found myself just falling back into that. And yeah, so I challenged myself to draw a full body, animals, and I'm actually very happy with the way that it turned out. This was one of the moody ones. Yeah, I feel like we spend a lot of time working, and man, it was just hard to swallow that day. So this whole spread is just about life and how we spend our time. This one was a little bit more optimistic. I really like the little star girl and the colors that shoot out. I did it a few times in this sketchbook, and I think it's another one of those elements that radiate positive vibes. I did it again here, as you can see. But yeah, this one's also a really good one. I tried doing, you know, a few different poses, and I really like how this girl turned out. This is that last page where the pages are glued together. I usually just fold over it, but I ripped it this time. And you know, it's okay. I wasn't too big of a fan, but it's okay. This is probably one of my favorite pages. Yeah, for the last page, I kept it pretty simple. I did a quote that talks about beautiful endings for this end of my sketchbook. Overall, I'm really happy with the way things turned out. So this is the first sketchbook that I started drawing almost daily in. I actually designed this sticker and this one too. But yeah, I'll flip to the page here to show you exactly where I started. Well, this is actually how I used to do the intros to my sketchbooks. A little more creative. But yeah, the first few pages are a little bit scattered, but I started doing ink pages here. So this was around March of 2022, where I just did freestyle ink drawings, and I kept that up just to get over my fear of filling out sketchbooks. And this is literally where it all started. My love of ink, first of all, and my love for drawing in my sketchbook almost daily. It has been life-changing, and I love flipping through this sketchbook, the details that I've added. I definitely used a slightly heavier pen when I first started doing this. I was playing around with a few different types of pens, but as you can see, it gradually gets lighter and lighter. Yeah, right now I use that Bic pen. It's like an ultra precision Bic pen. So yeah, and this one, my second one, I played around with some blue ink for a little while until I switched back over to black. Yeah, this was super fun. As you can see, I did a little bit more variation at the beginning because I was challenging myself. I love this spread, by the way. This was Halloween spread for that year. But yeah, this is more of kind of the style that I want to go back to. You know, a lot more elements, something that really tells a story. You can even see in this one, there's just a lot more elements rather than just faces, which I kind of fell back on. This is cool. This was actually for Inktober. I didn't really do Inktober fully this year, but yeah, I really like this last page too. And this one you might be familiar with the most. This is the sketchbook that I did my first sketchbook tour video on. It's probably one of my favorites. There's a lot of elements in here that I really love. Like this is one of my favorite pages of all time. But yeah, I mean already there's subtle differences in my style. It's so fun. I mean, this is why I love doing this, to be able to go back and see how much has changed in my style. I can see what I like, what I want to bring back, what I don't like, all that stuff. That was a pretty fun last page too. And this book was the one that you guys most recently saw, my last sketchbook tour video, the one I burned. If you guys haven't seen any of them, you guys can go watch that if you'd like, to get a more in-depth view of the other two sketchbooks. This is my favorite. But yeah, this is honestly just super fun for me to look back on. But yeah, if you can tell, like between my latest last one and this sketchbook, it's pretty similar. I feel like I kind of rushed in this latest sketchbook at the end to finish. It does get very simple, but you know what? I'm still really glad that I finished. It's crazy because now I have this handful of sketchbooks. I never thought that I would be able to do this, so I'm just really smitten. I'm really happy that I was able to do this. I'm happy to share it with you guys. If you guys are starting your sketchbook journeys, I'd love to see it. You know, I love sketchbooks, and I'm always so curious how everyone else fills theirs out. I feel like you get to see a lot of character and personality come through. But yeah, my husband actually gifted me another sketchbook for Christmas this year, so let's open that up. It's another moleskin sketchbook. These are probably my favorite. I love the weight of the paper, the feel of the paper, everything about it is just super, super good. Yeah, I'm really, really excited to start another sketchbook. Like I said just a little bit ago, a huge goal of mine is to do more storytelling and incorporate different elements in this new book. I feel like I really went, you know, I didn't go backwards, but I went back to like my comfort zone in this last sketchbook, so it'll be nice to step out of my comfort zone again and explore different elements and different things. And you all know that I get my inspiration from quotes and song lyrics, and let me tell you, I found this song, so the band is called Flora Cash, and the song is called Soulmate, and you know, I just kind of stumbled upon the song. I like Flora Cash, but I haven't heard a lot of their songs. But this came on when I was just, you know, listening to music on YouTube one day, and girl, let me tell you, this line got me. I'll put it up on the screen, but it's, I hope to always have you in my mind so I know where to find you every time. And oh my gosh, I mean, I think I can do an entire sketchbook just based off of that line. It is so good. Anyways, I thought I had to share that, or I wanted to share that. Yeah, it'll be one of the songs that I add to my song list too. But yeah, I mean, a fun thing to do, I put some songs over this, or I put some music over this video, but you know, if you want to watch this sketchbook tour on silent and just play the songs that I have listed at the on the Meet the Artist cover page, that will be pretty exciting too. It might give you a different experience. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.